it moved to the main layout. Oh, this one's starting off.
Also have like that server error code.
Yeah, I see that now. I got rid of it before. It seems like a different one though. Oh, it's the little VCR animation.
Boy, I feel like Alex right now.
Not gonna beat the game.
Not that part. More along the lines of, I don't know where the fuck to go now.
Hey, Echo, you're just in time for the legit start.
Yeah, not the shit storm that was brewing up right there.
Let me just replace everything that I forgot to replace quick before I forget.
Replace literally everything.
I had like reorganized the directory on my website too, so I forgot all like the overlay stuff was broken.
Big oof.
This layout is also using an older version of my code because I just copy pasted it, and for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea for it to start recording anytime the scene changes instead of when it's specifically to this scene. So anytime I move it over to the starting soon screen or the just like the black screen for like before the starting soon, it will start recording. I think everything is good. I don't care at this point.
So many Pokemon used frickin' Sand Attack.
I don't know, it's very obnoxious. Oh, I don't have the iPad. Oh, it's at 18%.
All of the absolute riveting content of Jordan struggling to get his iPad charged.
It's annoying too because the iPad like requires more power, so I would be fine with it like taking the certain things that just won't charge. That's when I'll be able to have the chat up properly.
Relatable right now, Echo. Luckily, I think mine are only the spark plugs. There's the sheer fact that they aren't able to. It took a poopy on me. Close to a week ago now. And now they're finally gonna be able to get me in tomorrow. Oh no, that's right. The next gym is Norman.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm already at that gym.
Oh no.
Did you just realize that because I started the game, or did you realize what you had to do finally?
No, I went back and talked to Flannery, and I'm like, hey, where do I go? And then she's like, hey, you remind me of Norman.
I just turned the game back on, and I saved right outside his gym. I feel like I should train, but I don't want to.
I mean, you have the advantage of being able to throw your body at him multiple times. And I wouldn't worry about that loud rattling noise. The Jeep has been making a loud rattling noise for the past 200,000 miles. And Isaac still drives that.
It doesn't know Parish song. I also have a hot pie.
I can tell by the sound of grinding black pepper.
Yes, that is exactly what it was. Ooh, Baltoy knows self-destruct. I added it to my team and never used it yet. Oh, I forgot this gym, like, uses the fucking vitamin and shit. All my years of cars, I've luckily... Okay, well, I have 1 HP left. Luckily, anytime I have an issue with a car... Well, I guess not luckily. Coincidentally, anytime I have an issue with a car, it's nothing I can fix, usually. It's usually... I need to take it to a mechanic to get fixed. I don't know why I said luckily, because that's not a good thing.
Yeah. Like, replacing the classic, winter fluid.
I always seem to be out of it.
Explain why I don't use a blinker.
I probably told you when the blinker light, or the left or the right and the back of the Roadmaster went out. It just wouldn't blink anymore, which I think is like an indicator that one went out, but I didn't have time to fix it, so I had to like repeatedly just turn it off and on myself so it would like look like it's blinking and I wouldn't get pulled over.
Is that still broken like that to this day?
No, that got fixed.
Okay. grinding in the desert.
Your nether regions are gonna get full of sand.
Oh no, I need to choose root fossil or the claw fossil.
I couldn't fucking find it when I was looking for it.
It's just the upper right of the desert.
Oh, it's the upper right? I thought it was in the lower portion. Either they moved it in Emerald, or I'm just wrong.
Potentially both.
I know, you get one of the Reggies at the lower portion, so maybe I'm just confusing it with that.
And taking the root fossil.
The Groot fossil?
Yes. When I restore him, I shall call him Pete. Pete Ness.
Ness is my favorite Smash Brothers character. Pete is my favorite Goof Troop character. Neither of these things are true. I had to reverse light out on the Buick once, and I realized that I didn't know that reverse lights were a thing until somebody pointed it out.
You didn't know reverse lights were a thing?
This was like 2017. Or no, it probably wasn't even 2017. Probably like 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2017 was like very recently.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm thinking I was getting the year I got my car mixed up with the year I graduated. It's like, oh, it must have been like 3 years after I got my car. It's like, no, that was 3 years out of high school.
Yeah, get your years straight.
I don't know if I told you this the other day, but Brett was like, yeah, was talking to a customer. He's like, yeah, the store's been open about 10 years now. I was like, having like a mini crisis in my head. It's like, have I wasted my life here? I haven't been out of school that long, have I? Like, no, I haven't. He was giving it a very generous estimation.
Yeah. The building itself is probably 8 years old. Yeah, about now. The building itself is turning 8, but where we work is still only like 7.5. Not even 7.5 yet.
Sorry, I'm choking on pepper.
Did I ever mention my dad's truck? Rims kept setting the wall next to your driveway on fire? How? Did it have like spinners with like kneecappers that just... Oh. I wouldn't even have guessed that could happen. Why does everything go sand attack?
I think I'm good on the coughing front, but now I have hiccups. Are you asking?
For just...
I could hear still. I was gonna ask about the firewall thing, but I'm glad you did.
Man, I want rims that are so shiny they'll set my car neighbor's car on fire. If it's the Jeep, it'd be extra funny then.
I wonder, like, they have like people that track like arson and stuff and what started fires. That seems like something that would be very hard to track.
Like really freaking nice, and I'm a little jealous of it, but also I remember it's a truck and it probably gets like 4 miles to the gallon. You know, that's one thing I'm not gonna miss about taking the R's back and driving my Mini instead is the R is just really freaking good gas mileage and it's cheap as all hell to fill it up.
Better than the Mini?
Oh yeah. Well, not necessarily. I think I can make it to and from work like 4 times before I have to fill it up. But it also only costs like $35 to fill it up, compared to Mini best case scenario. I think I can make it to and from work like 7, maybe 8 times, but it also costs me like 70 or 80 bucks to fill it up. No, it was 70 at the most. Maybe uses expensive gas.
Just don't. Just puts water in it.
Okay, I'll turn the Mini into the new Jeep. It become Mini Jeep. I shouldn't make a joke. I should make a joke like that, and then all of a sudden my car stopped working.
So, this Delcatty has no moves that can hurt a ghost, but it knows sing, and every time I wake up, it just sings me back to sleep.
Get Shrek. I'm just out here grinding in the desert.
Asking why everything in the land of sand knows sand attack.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it needs to know sand attack if the sand is already attacking me.
I'm glad that Sandstorm doesn't just, like, make moves less likely to hit.
I'd probably just quit Pokemon at that point. I'm gonna say that enough was enough. Yeah, but driving on my way home, since it's slightly downhill, if I'm going 70 and use cruise control, I think I get on average between like 45 and 50 miles to the gallon. Going uphill, I still get like 35 to 40.
For the Mini or for the Yaris?
For the Mini. I don't know what the Yaris gets, but being able to get me to and from work like 5 times on a tank, for only having like an 11-gallon tank is pretty good, because it is like 40-mile round trip. Shit, that might actually be better than Mini.
Trying to figure out how big the Roadmaster's tank was.
Yeah, apparently Yaris of similar age can get between up to 30 city and 38 on the highway. Which I really shouldn't be surprised by that, because Yaris is just a short Prius. And even then, not by much.
What type of move is headbutt? I thought it was normal.
I thought it was normal also.
I don't know if there was some ability in play, but I didn't think normal type hit Ghost. But he keeps headbutting me.
Yeah, headbutt's normal. I don't know why it's hitting me then. Because I don't think hidden abilities come into play until like... Well... it's Pokeblocks.
Yeah, it's a version that no one's ever heard of.
Your dad works in Nintendo. Trust you.
Daddy Tendo?
No. My dad is the CEO of Nintendo fame.
No! Insert Mario warped death noise here.
According to this website, Roadmasters have between 21 and 23 gallon tanks.
Jesus Christ, that's like... Even on the low end, it's still borderline double the Mini.
So, it says wagon is 22. It's like, okay, the wagon probably has a bigger size. And then it said limited sedan was 21. And it's like, okay, that probably makes sense. I scroll down. No, the base sedan has more. It has 23. I assume that's what mine is.
I mean, this might be the wagon.
It's definitely not the wagon. Wagon is...
But does the wagon have like a huge rear on it?
Yeah.
Hard doobie dummy thick. I'm always too close my keyboard.
Yeah, it was loud. I just almost said I have an automatic keyboard.
Automatic keyboard to speed hack little blocks more effectively.
I think it's just us looking at cars, and I almost said automatic. I'm a mechanic.
So I did the math, and when I had first got that car, it was like 70 something to fill it, and I know gas was more expensive at that point for a while. God, I fucking hate hiccups. I was like, I think it's gotten more expensive now. Even with it going back down slightly now, at $4.48 a gallon, it would be over $100 to fill that car. And we were up to like $4.80 for a while, I think.
You see, this is why we need to get lithium-ion batteries to the point where they won't just randomly explode.
That makes driving more fun.
I looked it up, and I am right when I said in the chat about, I think I said in the chat, that like, the Mazda gets less miles per gallon. Maybe also takes more gas, less gas. I'm not sure if that balances out or
Not 100% sure. Kind of depends on what mileage the Mazda gets.
The first website that I found says that it gets 20 miles per gallon city and 20 miles highway. The Mini Cooper gets 26 city and 34 highway. The Mini Cooper's 32. The Mini Cooper's fuel tank is 32. 13, Jesus. I almost said 32.
32 gallons, the entire Mini fills up with gas.
It needs 32 gallons of
You just line the back of it freaking plastic.
The website says 13.2 and my mind just went, oh yeah, 32. No, it's, the Mini Cooper's 13.2 gallons, the Mazda's 13.5 gallons. Also, I don't think the low fuel warning in my Mazda works. It was like almost empty when we bought it and the warning never went off. And I almost keep forgetting to fuel it up.
I mean, doesn't the low fuel light on, I think on normal cars, it's supposed to go off when you're at like 20 miles per gallon?
I think mine goes off at 50.
I was like, the one, I'm pretty sure the one in the Mini Cooper went off at 60.
Yeah, because the Mini goes off at like the 2 ticks left, which is extra annoying if you bring it down to 1 tick because it keeps replacing your speedometer on the thing with gas, and I'm like, oh, I need to know how fast
That
it
was
is.
something I really hated about the Mini, is that anytime you had like some kind of warning or alert pop up, it would replace your speed. Like, I'd be trying to, like, I would always get the, like, frozen road. I don't think it's frozen road warning. It's like, there's some warning that, like, alerts you if there's, like, icy conditions. And, of course, like, naturally, in the Midwest, in winter, I would constantly get that alert while I was driving. And I'm like, you know, I think I'm at a higher risk of crashing if I can't see my speed on an icy road.
Yeah. Like, I get it, they probably think, like, oh, you have the other speedometer. And I'm like, yeah, but do I really want to be constantly glancing over at the big thing in the middle?
Yeah, like, it's easier and better to just be, like, glancing down at the steering wheel than, like, looking all the way over to see, like, alright, what's this say? I also was not used to actually having to read, like, the ticks on the speedometer. Since the Mini has just, like, the number.
Well, and then on top of it, with the Mini, like, because since it's probably just my smart plugs because they're still original, which makes sense why they're going out now, because it's like 52,000 miles later.
Yeah.
But the engine, like, warning, like, hey, something's going on with your engine, you want to check it out, it does bump the speedometer down, and it gets rid of my odometer. So I don't see, like, oh, how many miles I've driven, but I do see my speed, and for some reason, that's, like, the only time it'll do that.
My car will not show me my miles if I have cruise control on for some reason. Not even if I'm, like, just using cruise control. If the feature is on, it will not show me how many miles I've driven.
Weird.
Yeah. If the car's off, like right as you turn it off, it'll still show you, but like if it's running, I need to turn cruise control off completely just to check. I was not paying attention again, and Headbutt is hitting Sableye again. I need Taco Bell, but I don't.
I swear every time that I've had to take the car to the mechanic, he gets mad about the bill, even though, like, I think he used to do this once. Like, we took Condon for a tune-up, just make sure everything's not. And then they charged him for like, new spark plugs. And he was mad that he was, like, charged for new spark plugs. Because he wasn't expecting it.
I mean, spark plugs aren't even that expensive, though.
I mean, well, see, to be fair, in his defense, they charge just like a stupid amount for the paper. Like, they didn't charge for the spark plugs, but they charged the crap ton of the paper. So kind of why is that? Well, like, I've already, but I felt bad for this one because I took the Mini Cooper in to, like, get something on it fixed. Like, I think it needed, like, I had like so many issues with check engine light coming out of the Mini Cooper, and it came on like 4 times in the span that I owned it, which doesn't sound like a lot considering I only owned it for like probably like 2 years. But I just remember like almost every time it came on, it was because of an oxygen sensor failing in the engine, so we had to get the oxygen sensor replaced.
Huh.
Like, yeah, we had 2 oxygen sensors fail, and then, like, I think something else ended up leaking one time. And then obviously it died in the accident, but...
R.I.P.
I kind of want to, like, when I get even a car in the future, I kind of want to try getting them. Like, I actually, my friends make fun of me for it, but I did like them.
Yeah, if I were to get a new car at this point, I do think I would try and get an even newer Mini. I say that, but like, the Mini I bought only had 1 year on top of like my previous car. My previous car was like the 2012 Malibu, and I have the 2013 Mini now. But it's like, brand new Minis are not as expensive as my brain wants them to be. Because, like, I think about a Mini and I'm like, oh, it's really nice, it drives fun, it gets good features. And then, like, a brand new Mini only costs, like, with all the bells and whistles I want, it only costs, like, $32K. Which is a lot, like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. not as much as I would respect it though.
Yeah, and that's also like, oh, you get literally exactly what you want out of the car too. Like, all the bells and whistles you want, none of the stuff you don't, and it's like, man, I wish I made more money.
After the neighbors got looking around, like, we tried seeing if we could find any, like, used ones. For which, like I mentioned, my dad's slightly insane pricing for was like, oh yeah, it needs to be 5K and under, and he very quickly gave up on that one. Just like after we got paid for like the accident. Like we tried to figure out because like every time we found it, it was just like it had really high mileage, or like a lot of them were manual, and I didn't know how to drive manual. Which like, yeah, I could have learned probably, but I really didn't want to have to learn how to drive a manual. There's one that we found, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I checked the like pictures, and the check engine light was on in all of the pictures, and they didn't mention anything about it listing. And I'm like, I was like, so that could vary from like, oh no, it wasn't that the check engine light was on. Well, no, it was check engine light was on, and then there was like, you know, when you have like an actual warning that the car gives you other than check engine, you get like the triangle. Like that little thing? Yeah, it had that on too. I'm like, okay, so this can vary from a sensor failed to the engine exploded. I was like, I don't want to have to get a car and then have to, well, this is actually ironic. I was like, yeah, I don't want to have to get a car and then immediately have to fix it. And then we got the Mazda and the battery didn't die after me. So we had to do it. I think there was something else wrong with that one too, though.
You seem to be very unlucky with the cars.
I am. I mean, the Mini Cooper was pretty nice luck for a while. It was just unlucky that, like, no way, no, I can't say that. I don't like specifically diss the town that it happened in. I'm like, I can't do that. Alloy phrase. There are certain places in certain major cities where people are complete idiots when driving. Let's put it that way. So,
I've narrowed it down.
I wish it was only certain places in certain major cities.
I mean, even in my hometown, we have the stupidest people. I almost got the Mazda taken out like 2 weeks after I got it by a dude cutting across 3 lanes to get from Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, you gotta go get that bloomin' onion.
Well, I mentioned to my friends, they were like, oh, he was having a steak emergency.
We have Outback near us.
I think the closest one is like either Oshkosh or Madison. Because I know there's for sure one in Madison, near Easttown. And there's probably one in Oshkosh. There's like a wannabe one that's there in the same city as me and I.
There's also some, like, really crappy roads around here. I'm trying to think of what they call them, because obviously I can't say their actual names. There's 2 areas, actually, what it is. One is downtown, which is just like, it's downtown. I feel like it's self-explanatory. It's like, there's always like a ton of cars, no one they're paying attention to. And the other one is like, there's a specific road that like, it is awful trying to make a left turn onto, because it's super busy. It's a roundabout on one side where cars are exiting. There's an intersection on the other side where cars are also exiting. And you basically have to wait for the golden moment where the intersection traffic is stopped and the roundabout is and I've actually had it where I was waiting like 5 minutes just at a stop sign trying to make the left.
You see, that's why I absolutely appreciate the Mini and when Turbo kicks in.
I'm pretty sure mine did have a turbo or something like that. Like, because one of my friends kept trying to convince me to put a freaking, like, turbo, or like an eco boost or whatever on the Mazda, and I was like, I don't think anyone cares about boosting a Mazda. Well, not a Mazda, it's like Mazda 6. Everyone I've talked to has called it a grocery getter.
I feel like that's what the Toyota Yaris that I'm driving right now is. Because holy crap, I simultaneously appreciate it, but also I cannot wait to get my car back.
Yeah, I'm missing out on driving it for work.
Yeah, because, you know, it's not like between you and Ada, you have like 15 cars.
I've also never driven that car before.
I'd make a joke about like, oh, Jordan couldn't even fit in it, but you fit in the Mini.
I don't know how my dad was able to teach me how to drive in Uber considering he is 6'5".
I'm 6'7". I fit in the Mini, so...
Not the fact that you're taller than my dad.
I'm taller than, like, 99% of people I meet.
You're over an inch taller. Over a foot taller.
It's also over an inch.
Yeah, I'll say it's also true.
Jordan's like a foot and a half taller than me. Perfect height for me to punch him in the shins.
The only downside about like not good for winter. I'm actually surprised that I didn't get into a winter accident with it.
Didn't something happen in your driveway once?
Yeah, I tried. So we just had a bunch of snow and stuff, and like I thought the front of the driveway was clear, so I didn't slow down as much as I should have. And it was actually iced up, and I slid right through the driveway and into our front lawn.
Mine was fine, but also it does, mine was the all-wheel drive.
Yeah, mine wasn't. Mine was just four-wheel.
Yeah, I think after having a vehicle with all-wheel drive, I don't feel like I could go back to just two-wheel. It's just too nice in winter. That brief moment, we've all felt it in winter, that brief moment, your car just loses traction. Don't even have to, like, actually spin out or anything. Just that brief moment you lose traction, but then you just feel it, like, adjust itself and just grip the road again, and you're like, oh, thank God. It's happened to me.
My box is also like SUVs.
You go first.
I think my Wi-Fi just died.
Your audio did seem to change a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, no, my Wi-Fi just cut out for some reason. Even having issues with it, my dad refuses to like actually. He looks at the like modem in the router and like is like, oh, it's fine. It's only affecting you and your phone. No, it looks like that my mom has had like SUVs and stuff. She's always got ones that have like the option for four-wheel. And I'm like, I freaking wish I had that.
like I said, as long as the Mini Cooper is one of them that has all-wheel,
Yeah.
because then you just be like me, you get all-season tires, and then you're probably pretty good most of the time. Because we have a entrance on a highway that, like, you're going down just like a normal, like, 25 road, and then there's a little 40 area, and then there's a 55 that goes up and over a bridge, curving to the right, and then it branches out. You either go, like, off to the right to, like, some godforsaken part of Wisconsin, I don't know where it leads, or you then curve back left, because you were on a bridge, you curve back left, and you go down the highway. There was the time in the winter, it was like freshly iced over, and when I was going through that turn, when it started curving left again, there was just a big enough patch of ice that I felt the entire car, like, slide to the right. I nearly had a heart attack, because I'm like, oh my god. Before, no. But then it, like, re-gripped the road, and I'm like, God, I'm driving like 45 miles an hour on my way home today.
I'm sorry, when you said the car slid, all I could think of was slide to the left, slide to the right.
Slide to the right. Crisscross. The car just crumbles in on itself.
It's like, looking back, this was like the oh no me. It's like right after the accident happened, like I was having a complete like panic attack in the car. I at least had the thought to call my mom, and like she's trying to ask me like, "Are you okay? Like what happened?" I was like, I wrecked the car. I'm sorry. Like I wrecked the car. I got in an accident. Like, I was just apologizing to her about the car over and over. Like meanwhile, I didn't know it, but I had a concussion. Like the entire time I was just apologizing to her about the car. She's trying to ask if I was okay.
I don't care about the car. I care about you.
Yeah, that was like eventually what she had to do just to make me stop talking about the cars. And she was like, the cars are replaceable. You are not replaceable.
Yeah, it sounded like you added like suspense there. Like the car's replaceable. You are not replaceable.
The car is replaceable. You are also replaceable.
It's just less time to replace the car.
The car might take a little bit. I mean, replacing a person might take you 9 months.
Well, to replace you up until the point you are now, what, like 19, 20 years?
Yeah, so my mom's on the phone with my grandpa, and I made some offhand comment about like, I can't believe I'm like, I was like, I can't believe I'm 20. No one thinks I look 20. No one thinks I act 20. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm turning 20. I don't like look or act 20. He goes, yeah, I always thought you were 12. I'm like something like that. No, he said, yeah, you look 12. I'm like, thanks, Grandpa.
And it's just like how we are with Alex at work.
You're making fun of his speech impediment today, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah, the only thing I could say in response was,
Make it sound like it's much worse.
when he first started working, just definitely worse.
'Cause he was legitimately 14.
Yeah, now we got a new 14-year-old that didn't show up for his shift today.
Oh yeah, Brett asked me when he worked yesterday, and I told him, I assumed to let him know. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, to be 100% honest, I kind of didn't say anything about it to Brett or anything, or like try and get a hold of him, because we were like, I was just out of it today because I was exhausted, because watching my sister's dog just takes it out of me. That dog is so needy. It makes me rethink wanting to have a dog.
It's Josh. He's tossing the pigskin with some nuggies.
Oh, hello there.
Josh. Bro, can I unlock some of these with my channel points?
Also, apparently it's supposed to storm in my town like the entire week.
It said it was supposed to storm here all day and it just kind of rained.
We're apparently supposed to get a giant thunderstorm at my side tonight. I got like really overwhelmed earlier, so I frankly not watching that one. But we have like a severe thunderstorm watch or whatever.
The jFar grin is the first emote I randomly unlocked.
There's only 2 or 3, so...
Well, I've unlocked jFar grin again, so...
Slacking used Encore on me after I used Fake Out, so it's not doing anything.
Aw, sweet. I got a cool nugget.
The other one is a sub-only emote. For some reason I made the nugget with the sunglasses free, but the nugget without it you have to pay.
Wow, thanks.
And then I realized after the fact that you can just add sunglasses to emotes. You don't need to have, like, add stuff like that. Because, like, Josh, he flipped them and, like, Echo squished them. There's just effects you can add, and I didn't know that.
Flat nuggy, also known as fluggy.
Yeah, you can erase it, you can flip it, you can add sunglasses, you can switch it, you would add a thinking hand to it. And now I have the thinking emoji.
Yes, my son is just a squished version of me.
Yeah, it's like the Keanu meme. It's like how you're not actually like 6 foot whatever, you're just 3 dwarves in a trench coat.
That'd be a lot of nuggets.
Yeah, they, them is plural. Like NB, the abbreviation for non-binary, stands for numerous bees. You are being swarmed. And it's just a bunch of bees. Just like every non-binary person is actually just a bunch of bees. I finally got stuff like that, like my work snack and things. My boss said, yeah, he's like, I'm not down here right now since I only moved down from college. But he was like, yeah, I really need like barcodes made for like our stuff. So can you like, he like showed me how, he's like, yeah, he's like, so you get like a number for the barcode, you put it in a spreadsheet, and then you upload like a picture of the barcode. Oh, okay, that's like really easy. So I go through, I do like a bunch of them. I finish them, he's like, yeah, I'll check them over when I'm like on my layover, he's flying. I finish all of them, like I go to bed or whatever, and like, I text him like, hey, like, did you remember to check them? He's like, yeah, he's like, the pictures of the barcodes are fine, but like, half of the numbers are missing. And it was just like, auto-save. For some reason, it just deleted like half of of the numbers I put in. So I had to go back through and re-put all of them in.
Echo sounds the same volume as Cole to me, Josh. Let me bring the stream up.
Pokemon music was a little bit loud when I was listening to it.
I've already had to turn the sound down on this like twice because the Game Boy just is super loud. I don't know why.
Because it's finally become a game, man. Now it must assert dominance everywhere it goes by man-spreading its sound.
I guess, yeah, Cole, you're kind of quiet too. I think it's just a Discord issue.
Well, I am also, like, being rather quiet today. Because, in order to not, like, put myself into an inferno, I need to keep the doors open, and I don't want to be, like, yelling and screaming and wake up Isaac.
That's no fun.
Fine, I'll...
I turned my fan off earlier because I was like overwhelmed with like firework noise and stuff like that. I haven't turned it back on. I don't know how I'm not like burning at that time right now.
I've turned up my game. Can you hear me more clearly, my father?
I could hear you just fine. It was on the stream, it was really quiet.
Hear me. Hear me more clearly, Josh.
You heard me?
The game, man, genuinely sounds like something that Nintendo would announce for like April Fools. It's the sequel to the Game Boy.
Swear to God, I thought I just heard someone ask Kin. Oh wait, was that your soundboard?
Yes, it's a sound clip of Josh.
Hey, you heard me?
You're hearing things.
I don't like that. Stop it. I've been grinding for all this time and I've gotten like a level and a half.
I beat all the trainers in the gym. I cannot beat the gym leader.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. What level are your Pokemon?
Underleveled. Highest is 25, and I think slacking is 28.
Man. Yeah, so I don't know why, but... Well, I do know why, but... So... As previously stated, I have a 3D printer now. It's pretty cool. And I got randomly selected from a Patreon I'm part of, to, like, get extra, like, minis that I can print out and whatnot. And I finally actually was taking a look at them. And they're all like Cthulhu, like Eldritch Squid monster based. And like a lot of them are like really cool. And I really like them. And then one just has big old gazongas out. Like,
Oh.
like the rest of them are like reasonable like squid people with like eldritch, like off-shapen bodies basically. But like all cloaked and whatnot. And then just this one still has squid face, but it has like a definitely over feminine body, and I'm like, I don't like that just because it doesn't like fit with the rest of them. And then Alex was like, well, Cole, you should print me one of those, and I'm like, no.
Josh
like,
wants to
why
see.
not? And I was like, Alex, I'm not going to print you like big tibby squid mommy. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, because of that exact reason? But now, unfortunately, he has a Professor Juniper card that I really want, and he's like, "Oh, I'll give it to you if you print me Squid Mommy," and I'm like, "Oh."
Is it the promo though?
I don't know.
Because if it's a promo, you could just buy it yourself.
I mean, it's like a $6 card.
Oh.
Even if it is a promo, I'm like, I don't want to spend $6, and printing one of those minis cost me like 50 cents.
Did he say he got grounded because he had food in his room?
Yes.
I don't even want to know the specifics.
No, like that's pretty much it, because he keeps food in his room, otherwise he'll forget to eat the majority of the time, because he doesn't really want to go downstairs and deal with the rest of his psychotic, chaotic family. So since he was moving rooms, they were like cleaning up for him and moving stuff, found food in his room, and we're like, okay, that's it, you're grounded.
I'm very
the entire
hungry.
summer. Grounded the entire summer because they're like, no food for you.
Was there like a pre-existing rule to not have food in the room? Or is it just like, no, this is weird, you're grounded?
I don't know.
Well, I just got extremely lucky. Vigoroth got poisoned just from touching me, and then I got to use Leech Seed. So I think it's gonna get taken down. Oh no! I forgot that. The slacking used Yawn though. Whatever, I'll just put Sableye out and hope that it stalls the battle.
Yeah, until it gets a freaking takedown.
Isn't Takedown also normal type?
Yeah, but takedown was hitting you before.
Was that Takedown or Headbutt?
Headbutt, I don't know, whatever, but the point is that you were getting slapped by a normal type move.
I don't know
Like,
if
you very much shouldn't have been.
I don't know if there was like a move being used that like lets normal type hit Ghost and I wasn't paying attention.
I'm like 95% sure there wasn't.
Well, what type is Feint Attack? Because I thought that was fighting. Or no, that might be Ghost. Or Dark, sorry. Jeez. I'll just list off every type, eventually I'll get the right one.
Ghost, Dark, Fairy, fighting,
Even though Fairy's not a thing in this game.
yeah.
If this doesn't take him out from the poison, he's gonna use a fucking potion. Okay, I got lucky.
Yeah, so instead he's got all of his potions for the slacking.
He used it once, but I think he's got 2 potions. I didn't realize he had 2 slacking though.
Yeah. Guess what? The other one's higher level.
Oh no. Let me Leech Seed you. Oh, he's 31.
Yeah, there's a reason why I'm scared.
Oh, he didn't move on the first turn.
Yeah, I think Trant is just trapped. I don't know.
Like, even odd?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Holy
actually.
shit. Focus Punch did a lot of damage. Or Mach Punch, not Focus Punch. Is Focus Punch even a thing?
Maybe.
It wasn't even in the red, and it used the Hyper Potion. This fight's going a lot better than I was expecting. It hasn't hit me once, because it keeps using... whatever the move it is that makes it try to focus, and it's getting ruined because I hit it. Yeah, it didn't hit me once. The first one...
Get that lucky.
The first one was more of an issue.
Yeah, no, you see, that's the karmics, that's the universe saying, hey, Jordan, I'm sorry for what Flannery did to you.
Yeah. Even though Norman did beat me like 4 times prior, but I would have been a lot more upset if it happened on the last Pokemon. I really need my... I almost said my echoes, my hiccups to go away.
Well, it sounds like Echo has gone away.
I will leave now if that's what you need.
Just haven't heard you talking.
I'm so focused on this game.
Pokemon blocks.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna die.
Damn slacking.
Maybe if I wasn't slacking off.
That boy ain't right.
I'm not. But I'm not wrong.
So, what is the implication with Wally? Was he, like, diseased? Was he just a big nerd? Like, when they first talked to you, he's like, Wally is very sick, but now they're like, oh, he's gotten healthier since he left the house.
I don't know.
So I forgot that was even a plot point.
Andrew.
Andrew was annoying me today, because at one point there was a delivery, and he's at the end of the line, like, in the way of bagging it, and he's like, I don't know what sides this needs. And I just kind of didn't acknowledge what he said, because, like, the ticket was basically, like, 2 feet from him, and it was just chips. So he eventually grabs the chips, and he like folds the bag like he's like a toddler wrapping a present. Like, he's trying to do a really good job, so he's taking forever on it, but he's not doing a good job. The end product still looks worse.
Now toss it a great description.
I don't really... I feel like it is, like, exactly that. Like, he's taking the time to, like, press in the corners and, like, fold it over perfectly, but it just looks terrible at the end. And then after he folds it up and everything, he just sets it there and is still standing in my way. I'm like, can I have that? He's like, oh yeah. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
You know, for having worked there for like 6 years, he's still surprisingly incompetent.
And then there was a delivery while it was like still pouring out that was a phone call, and I looked at it and it was a card and it didn't have a tip on it. I was like, hey, did you ask them the tip? Like, because I really didn't want to like stand in the rain waiting for them to sign the slip in case there was a chance of them tipping. Like, no, I don't ask them unless it's the prison. It's like, we've talked about this before. You can ask it at any point. It just makes my life a lot easier.
Why specifically the prison?
Because the prison, a lot of times, it's employees ordering, and they won't be down there to sign it, so we'll often get screwed out of a tip if that's the case, but like, everybody else in the store asks at any time now, just because it's more consistent, and it's easier for us to get in or out and back into the store since we don't have to have them sign it or wait for them or whatever happens. It also, it might sound a little shitty, but putting them on the spot does often result in them tipping sometimes, and there's some people that, like, will order big orders and would not tip otherwise. Because at this point, if it's a phone call, I just assume if there's not one on there, they said no, there's no point in bothering to ask. I'm not gonna, like, hound them for a tip. But when Andrew's working, I have to, like, verify, did you actually ask?
And then Andrew goes, 6 years of experience, not enough for this job. Need train me more.
Oh, I don't want that.
I was looking for a different one, but I couldn't find it. By the time I found it, it would have been irrelevant.
Sorry, I'll tell my jokes slower next time. And the Discord mic filter cuts me out halfway through my
Maybe someday.
I don't know what HM... Oh, Surf. Their parents gave me a HM, and I thought it was Fly. It's like, oh, finally. Nope, it's not Fly.
No, you don't get Fly until, like, way too far into the game, it feels like.
Decently far into the game at this point. 5 gyms in.
Yeah. I mean, the next one might be Strength.
I have Strength already, unless that's what they just gave me. I don't know. Strength would make sense with that gym, but I don't know why I had Surf and wasn't using it then. Because Surf is a decent attack.
Oh yeah, Surf is like one of the 3 HMs that are actually usable. Surf, Fly, and Waterfall when applicable.
Dog's starting going insane, so I know he's home.
Doge. Attack.
You know what I'm saying? If, like, someone
What the
was
dog
doing
doing?
that, but she also, like, will specifically start barking at my brother for, like, no reason.
There's a reason. There's a deep-seated reason.
Racism.
The reason is that dog thinks his brother's a weenie. Weenie Hunt Jr. shit, am I right?
Getting an alert for, like, a thunderstorm even though there's no storm outside.
Oh, my bag is full.
Aha, get wrecked. You can't get your PP up now.
You telling the truth.
Naughty.
Oh no, poison. I didn't know that Sandshrew could know poison sting.
I did.
I'm sorry that I've been killing them too fast most of the time.
Trying to find something in my bag to throw away, even though I have nuggets and stardust I could just sell.
Ah, thank you, Chris Angel. You've saved me yet again. He is my angel. And my devil.
I don't have a response to this.
That is okay. Not many people do.
I will play a random sound and hope it's relevant.
Goodbye.
It was fairly relevant.
Oh, Josh just sent a book worth of text. Start with Modern Warfare 3. Only buy Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, and World at War for the prestige tokens in Modern Warfare 3. Move on to Black Ops 2. Next, Ghost comes out and it sucks, so everyone sticks on Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Advanced Warfare comes after Ghost and everyone hates it, and sticks to Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 still. Everyone migrates to next gen and Black Ops 3 comes out and everyone hates it and quits COD. Infinite Warfare, World War II, and Black Ops 4 all suck and everyone hates them. Modern Warfare 2019 comes out and everyone likes COD again, but I don't play the shit. I don't think people stuck... Well, I don't know about Black Ops 2, but I don't think people stuck to Modern Warfare 3 much after... At least after Ghost was not the main game anymore. We did go back to Modern Warfare 3 for a while, because I didn't like Ghost at first, but I started to like it. But by the time Advanced Warfare came out, I didn't even bother. I'm pretty sure there was an issue with Black Ops 2 for a while, where you couldn't load into any games. I think they fixed it, but... like, you would get stuck in place and it wouldn't let you move. I also think you have a weird criteria of what Call of Duties you like. Because it seems like you like all the ones that I don't like. Except for Modern Warfare 3.
What prompted this?
I don't know.
Was it my Nuggy Illuminati?
Nugluminati. Wonder if I can make an Illuminati nugget emote. Like, what would that entail? Let me put that in my list of things to do that I never get to. When we were playing Call of Duty last night, Josh and Tyler's wife were essentially having a contest to see who could last the longest drinking without throwing up. Josh surprisingly won.
That is kind of surprising.
I honestly don't even know if Josh is listening to this stream. Oh, I guess he is.
I didn't ask for this.
Well, you won anyways.
You should get that as a sound clip. The day of sex, I didn't ask for this.
Let me add it to the list.
You should add that to the list. The let me add it to the list, so you don't have to say it every.
Then I won't, like, put it in my head. I'll just hit the button, and then I'll never add it to the actual list, and then it'll never be added.
No, you see, that's why you just need to, you need to record, like, a couple hundred hours of you talking and do an entire stream where you're just pasting sound clips of yourself together.
I've considered it, not for an entire stream. I just don't think I'd want to listen to my voice that much to cut them all apart. And then I'd probably end up being a stream where I don't have the sound set up correctly, and nobody watches, so I'm playing the sounds and then nobody hears them and nobody tells me. So I'd like to say it only happened once, but it's happened twice now. Josh, you bought Cold War recently. Did you play it at all?
What about the Cold War?
I would never play such a thing.
Good, because war isn't a game. Except when it is. Except when I inform you about the US military actually making something called Project Metal Storm. Which was a quote-unquote firearm that was able to fire a volley of projectiles at 1 million rounds a minute.
Jesus.
Like, it fires the volley so quickly that within a millisecond, all of the ammo they were able to put into the prototype is fired.
Meanwhile, all I remember is that there was apparently a project to try and make, like, some, like, I think it was supposed to be like a chemical weapon? Well, like, the entire
Fart
idea
gun
that they
from
would-
Minions.
No. The entire idea, though, was that, like, it would turn, like, the enemy army gay, and then, like, the soldiers would just make out with each other instead of fighting.
I remember that because I saw it on an internet historian video, and they made a great point that probably would end up backfiring, because if all of your army was like so brotherly locked together, they would probably fight harder for their brothers in arms.
I want to say something like that actually happened in history, where it was like, I can't remember, I don't remember, like, I just swear there was something in history where there was, like, a squadron of, like, gay dudes or some army. It wasn't, like, modern history, but, like, with the entire idea of, like, they would be, like, fighting harder for each other.
It's called the entire Roman army.
Yeah, true.
No one can deny it because it is just facts.
I have seen people who are, like, they were so, like, Christian and straight. I'm like, no, they weren't.
Oh god, no, like...
Yeah, no, they were not. I'm pretty sure, like, I swear one of the first, like, things like graffiti that was found in, like, the ruins of one of these towns, it was either, like, some dude leaving a bad review on a place, or just graffiti of a dick. It was one of those two things.
I mean, there's also the famous, because we all know about Pompeii,
Yeah.
and, like, all the people who got, like, killed because Ash basically cocooned them. There's the guy who went out like a true legend, just going ham on himself, and it's like, the volcano's erupting and this is what you choose to do with your final moments on the planet? Okay.
Yeah, if you're alone, I don't know what you're gonna do otherwise.
I'm just thinking about, like, imagine, like, being that dude and you're just, like, you get known as, like, the guy in Pompeii who died doing it.
Well, like, a modern day equivalent would be as if, like, what if we were, after the bombs were dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and we just see, like, a shadow burned into the ground of just some dude whipping his schwang out. And it's like, of all the things, your imminent demise, your first idea is take my wiener out.
Maybe
Why?
shadow.
You would be remembered at least.
Maybe it's true.
Fair point.
Josh, the weight loss thing is broken on this layout. I forgot there's a bunch of stuff I needed to update. When I'm playing any other game, it is functional.
Well, what's your weight loss at?
I think I am down 8 pounds since last month.
I'm proud of you.
I was down
Good
10
job.
though until last week.
What happened last week?
I stopped dieting for like 4 days.
We don't talk about last week.
You know, I don't know why, but that reminds me of the fact that, like, what the fuck is the song? There's, like, a specific song that's been, like, on Britain's, Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Mr. Brightside has been, like, in Britain's top 50, like, every week for, like, the past freaking, like, since it's been released, except for, like, 2 weeks it dropped below it. And I brought that fact up to, Tyler at work, and he just looks at me and goes, yeah, it's a good song, and I go, you're the problem here, Tyler.
It's not a terrible song, but it's not even the best song on the album.
Yeah, and yet it's, like, consistently stayed in, like, the top 50 for years. I don't know if that fact still is true, but it's been ridiculously long that it's been in, like, the top 50. Specifically in Britain.
What are tiny mushrooms for?
Selling.
It says it can be sold cheaply, though. It's basically a waste.
Yeah. It is.
Mushroom trip.
Oh yeah!
You see,
That's
Jordan, I
so
need
loud.
you and me.
I need to
you
turn
and
that
me
sound
to
down.
Go to I need you and me to go to a very specific strip in Yellowstone Park on a hiking trip. And I need us to dose a bunch of mushrooms. And whichever one of us walks out of there alive walks away clean.
I'm already clean. Why would I do that?
Because technically speaking,
Yeah, don't
there
bring up
is-
Yellowstone, because Josh is on this, like, warpath of trying to make it erupt.
Oh no.
Despite scientists believe that it probably will never erupt again.
I
There's
thought
been
it...
recent research done saying that it is somewhat likely that Yellowstone is just never going to blow its top again.
But did they factor in Josh?
Yes, they factored in exactly 2.3 Joshes per million years.
0.3 with Josh.
2.3.
Yeah, after a certain amount of time, you get an even number of Joshes.
True.
Now, how many Drakes do we get?
None, because they're actually Jared's.
And they're all in jail? But, there's actually, like, a mile and a half, like a square mile and a half or something in Yellowstone where, technically speaking, murder is legal.
Why?
Because at that location, now this is a lot of like theoretics, because obviously if it actually happened, they would supersede it and go to a higher court. But in order to be properly charged and prosecuted, you need, like, the jury to be made up of, like, a jury of your peers from said county where the crime is committed. Legally speaking, that specific spot is uninhabited. Like, all of the rest around it have, like, a certain amount of, like, legal occupants, even in the entirety of Yellowstone. But, like, there's this one patch in the middle of Yellowstone that is technically not Yellowstone and also not inhabited legally by any occupants. So technically speaking, laws broken there that need to be judged by, like, a prosecutor and a jury cannot technically go through. Now, the problem quickly occurs of, if you're there and you murder something, it was a preemptive under most likely circumstances. Therefore, they can charge you in the court of your home area.
1 second. Jay Sean just subscribed to the stream. He's only been here like twice, and you haven't even done that.
Yeah, because I don't believe in giving you any money. In
Technically,
fact, the poorer you are, the better.
Technically, being my manager at work, you indirectly are giving me money by not getting me fired.
Shit, you're right. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna delete every one of your shit. Actually, that probably doesn't even affect you too much.
What were you gonna delete?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna delete all of your shifts, and then I realized, like, I mean, in all honesty, you probably make significantly more through tips than you do actual hourly wage.
I do make more from tips, but that would still be like close to $400 I'm missing at best.
Over the course of 2 weeks, it's only 400.
It's not very high. And I'm sure this next schedule is not going to be too great because I took off a little extra time for that concert. Let me bring up the last from Wednesday.
Yeah, now I have to open. Woo.
Yeah, I made $346 after everything was taken out on the last paycheck.
Oh shit, let me check what mine was.
Flexing on the haters.
Yeah. After everything was taken out of mine, it was 1,793.
Jeez.
That was with a bonus, I would like to point out still.
Oh, okay.
That was not just like an average paycheck for me. And like half of that's probably going towards, half of the bonus is probably going straight towards car repair. And the other half is going towards car payment.
Josh, no, I have not been inspired to do crime by movies and music. You are the reason why right-wing people are like, shootings are because of video games.
I mean, isn't the entire point of, like, the song Gangster's Paradise, like, the exact opposite of what people typically make it out to be?
I mean, I suppose so. I don't know how many people make it out to be like an actual gangster song.
I don't know,
I suppose it was in that Sonic trailer.
Yeah,
I used to
Sonic
hear,
makes
like,
it
why are you
gangster.
the joke and that's it.
I think more about the Weird Al version than the actual version.
I didn't know there was a Weird Al version.
It's Amish Paradise.
Oh.
Now that I bring that up, actually, so I wanted to make, like, I guess it wouldn't even be a fake AMV, but, like, a parody AMV using, like, footage from the first movie trailer of Sonic and then the ugly Sonic from Chippendale over Gangster's Paradise.
That would actually be pretty good.
I have repels.
Repel me from this life.
If I have time, I will do it. And remember it. Should I add it to the list?
Yeah.
The official list of things I will never do.
I would also like to point out that you... Because you said you had 3 emotes for the channel, right?
Yeah.
Like the Nuggy, the Cool Nuggy, and Grim.
Yeah.
I have unlocked the Nuggy.
You can get, like, sub-emotes without paying? I did not know that.
Yeah. But you have to do more on the channel point to choose a emote to unlock.
The channel points that don't get used for anything else.
Yeah.
Twitch is screwing me out of my money. Nobody's gonna pay money now. They're all gonna use the free version.
Yeah. Just like every software I've ever used. I'm just kidding. The slicer I use for my 3D printer, I got the paid version.
You're gonna say something about the slicer at work. It's like, yeah, I don't use the free version because I like my fingers.
Yeah, if you use the free version of the slicer at work, it has a 1 in 10 chance of just no-clipping your hand into the blade.
That isn't very poggers.
Were you there when, like, Elise and Riley were asking me, like, oh, Cole, who's your favorite character from Spy Kids, this movie? And I just, like, started going off about Danny Trejo.
Yes, I was there. There's certain things that need to not be brought up around you because you will just go on a long, not rant, but just keep talking about them.
And never stop.
And to the point where you apparently forget who was even there at the time.
Like, you ever just do something without thinking about it, and then you realize, like, wait, what was I doing? And then you realize, like, what you were in the middle of doing?
Kind of, yes. I feel like it happens a lot while I'm driving. Not to, like, the extent it's like, oh, I just ran over some kid, but, like, I'm, like, on a delivery, and I think, like, I'm further away than I am, and it's like, oh, shoot, my turn is right there. I did stop at the last 5 stop signs, I just don't really remember it.
It's like that. I just, like, go onto autopilot for, like, that kind of stuff. Like, talking about Danny Trejo from Spy Kids 2 Island of Lost Dreams, where he plays a kid. I'm doing it again. Machete, bro.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Was that purposeful or random?
That was purposeful, but it was a joke.
But then I had to re-explain half the plot to Elise later of like Spy Kids 3 to explain who the guy was.
I heard one of them say that Spy Kids 3 was their favorite, and I have a strong disagreement there.
Yeah, I definitely think it's 1 or 2. 3 is definitely the weakest for me. Actually, I can't even say it's 1, because I don't even remember what happens in 1.
I think I blur the first 2 together, just because they are similar and decent. But yeah, the third one is just like, it's interesting for a different reason. It's kind of like a bad good movie. Or a good bad movie, I should say. I guess it could be both. It's not a good movie and it's not a bad movie, but it's a bad good movie and a good bad movie.
Wasn't Gilbert Gottfried in Spy Kids 2?
I don't know. Are you thinking of the Adam Sandler dude?
Probably, because I think... Who the heck is the one who goes, you ever think God stays in heaven because he too is scared of what he's created?
That's who I was thinking you thought it was. What is his name? Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Buscemi. And then also the thumb people that apparently look like thumb people in the movie Chernobyl.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, apparently there's like some Chernobyl horror movie that like the monsters in it are like horribly mutated people that look a lot like the thumb people from Spy Kids 2. I also have a weirdly vivid memory of the two kids, Carmen and Junie, like in their parents, like one of their parents' hideouts or whatever. I think Machete's there too. But, like, the vivid part comes from, like, they have a microwave that, like, take little packets out and they put it in the microwave. And then they, like, and then it, like, makes a full-blown meal. And one of them was just, like, McDonald's.
I feel like McDonald's has to, like, approve of that, but at the same time, like, what does that do for them?
There was a cross-promotion going on because the McDonald's Happy Toys, when Spy Kids 2 was coming out, wasn't just like a, oh, Spy Kids, cool gadgets, whatever, whatever. It was like, if you got all, like, 7 of them, they combined into, like, the
Voltron?
mech beetle. Yeah, they Voltroned together into the mech beetle.
I do remember Spy Kids toys, but I meant from like a promotional standpoint, like of something like that for McDonald's. Like I feel like that's not good for their brand to be like, oh yeah, you can just make McDonald's in the microwave.
Oh man, it was a different time. You had to have been there.
I was there. I was more coherent too.
You're probably more coherent right now too.
Are you drinking right now?
No, I'm just really tired. I've been up since like 6 in the morning.
Speaking of McDonald's toys though, did you see in the Discord server that I found a McDonald's Beanie Baby that has like the emblem on it and it's a Nuggie?
Yeah. I also saw the meme that Riley sent, which I refuse to elaborate anymore on.
When I first looked at it, it's like, huh, that's interesting. Who would make all those toys? I was like, oh wait.
It made me grimace a little bit.
Josh, the team underneath is, I mean, it's a little more elaborate than just dragging PNGs on there, but it is. I went on the Spriters resource, reorganized the sheet a little bit, and did some coding So when you can't really see it, but if I go on to, I'll send you a screenshot later, but I've got like a little information panel on the right side of my stream, and it's got a drop down, and it lets, oh, I thought the drop down was broken for a second. It lets me just pick a Pokemon from the list in the 1 through 6 category, and I hit done, and I click on refresh. Oh, actually, I don't know how to refresh that. I think I just have to wait for that one to refresh. I think it refreshes every 5 minutes. Oh no, I just hit the refresh button. Yeah, so now it's incorrect, but I have Combuskin there. Luckily, I don't think there's any Gen 2 Pokemon in this game besides like Marill and Wobbuffet, because for some reason Gen 2 is broken and it does not have the numbers correct. Setting it up was complicated, but the drop-down system is a lot better than what I had at first, because at first I would have to click on each Pokeball individually, and then I would have to type in the Pokédex number, so that means I'd have to look up what Pokemon it is. But now it's just an alphabetical list. I can type it on the keyboard, it'll jump to where I need to go, hit done, hit refresh. Until I need... Where did that name come from?
I don't know. It's like Gringo, but with a K instead of a G.
I have lost focus playing this game so many times today, and yet I still probably have made more progress in the last month than Alex has.
Yeah. Because in order for him to make progress, he needs to play the game. And there's just one thing he's not doing. He's not playing the game.
Boggle.
Ah, shit, that's right. King had Rock Smash.
Can he even play the game right now, actually? Or is he grounded from his DS?
He still has, like, all of his, like, electronics and shit. He just can't, what's it called?
Kanto?
He can't go places. So yeah, he can't go.
Speaking of, the next game we will be playing is Kanto. Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I'm not looking forward to that one.
Why's that?
I don't know, I have like PTSD off of like Fire Red and Leaf Green for some reason.
I think I might have brought this up to you, but I'm like thinking about it, I think I wanted to and I forgot. But oh my god, I've crossed the water here twice and then realized the first time I needed to heal my Pokemon, and now the second time I needed to sell a bunch of items. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, there's at least one Pokemon, maybe two Pokemon, that you can get that evolve from Happiness, but they just won't evolve because you don't have the national dex yet. So if you have a Golbat max out its happiness, it will attempt to evolve, go through the process in the animation, and it just stops, and it's like, huh? And then it doesn't explain why that happened.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. So like the second you beat the Elite Four, essentially you can evolve your Crobat, and what is the other one that evolves from happiness? Is it Chansey?
I mean, there are the evolutions.
There are, but despite the fact that's the only game you can get Eevee in that generation, Fire Red and Leaf Green don't have a internal battery, so they don't have clocks, and you can't get Umbreon and Espeon.
Oh.
The only way to get them that generation is Coliseum and XD.
That's lame.
Yeah. It is strange in that game also. Despite the fact that the GameCube does have the ability to track time, there's no daylight system in that game either. They evolved using essentially stones. There's like a night shard and a day shard or some shit like that.
So that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, like they found a solution to the problem that they had on the Game Boy and then didn't implement it on the Game Boy. Yeah, you can join when we start Gen 1, Josh. It should be at the end of this month we will start that. Because I'm definitely not pushing this back to 3 months. If they don't finish it, they don't finish it.
I find like old like DS games and stuff. I can't find the charger for my 3DS or my PSI.
3DS uses the same charger as something else that's Nintendo related, but I can't remember what it is.
I want to say that DSi and 3DS are the ones that use the same charger.
They might.
DS is a different one.
Yeah, the DS and the SP had the same charger. The DS Lite might have also shared that one, but I am not entirely sure about that.
DS Lite was a different one compared to the DS.
So the DS Lite was the only one that didn't use the same one as anything else?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the Micro. Either it shared the same thing with the Micro, or the Micro had a different one also.
Then the 3DS and onward, up until I think even the Wii U gamepad uses at least the same plugin as a DS.
Oh, no, it looks very similar, but it's slightly wider, which is very stupid. I do remember what uses the same charger as the 3DS and DSi, though. It is the online exclusive Wii Remote charger. Don't know why they decided that.
Weird.
Additionally, the batteries inside the Switch Pro controllers are the same batteries that fit into a 3DS. So, if in the future your 3DS battery takes a crap, if Nintendo sells batteries for the Pro controllers online, that's how you're gonna have to get them. I did not have a DS Lite as a kid, so I can't say, like, oh, that one isn't as good as it is, because I don't really have that much experience. But I would say if you want a DS because it plays Game Boy Advance games and DS games, DS Lite was probably the best option, because the original one was bulky and had a crappy screen. I had a DSi off of like Facebook Marketplace, and I like how sleek it is, but it really doesn't, especially now that like the shop on it is closed, it doesn't serve any purpose. Like, it's like this in-between phase of the DS Lite and the 3DS that didn't really need to exist.
Yeah, but it had Flipnote Studio.
Yeah, and there is still Flipnote Studio stuff saved on that DS of, like... I don't think it's the kid that owned its stuff, because it looks way too well made, but, like... a stick figure, like... walking along to a Green Day song, and then one dancing to a Little John and Ludacris song.
I walk along.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's that one.
It's Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
I think so.
That's pretty great, not gonna lie.
Oh, where would that be right now? Because if it does use the 3DS charger, I could just plug it in and I could post the videos on the Discord. Well, I finally sold my stuff. I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna go check where I think it is quick. If it's not there, I'll come back down. Oh, I had my fancy Be Right Back screen with the music added, but I forgot that's not on this Pokemon layout.
Aw shit, Kringle evolved.
Finally.
Now he's Kringle. Fuck.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Quick, now that he's gone, let's hijack a stream.
No longer jFar stream.
Yeah. I don't think I can come up with a clever combination of our names.
I am way too tired to try.
That's about what I meant too. Quick, the sleepy cast. No, that's probably a thing already. Actually, no, that is a thing. I don't know. Mentally exhausted podcast. I must now look up what level Kringle will evolve at again. Level 40. Such a high level.
Oh, I just realized I've been talking to myself.
Nice.
I did find my DSi. Based on what else I see on here, I don't think the kid made the other ones. Oh, thank you for the follow, CJ. Fortunately, you picked a bad time to stop in unless you've been here a while. I don't know if I, like, took the SD card out of here or what, because I don't see any besides... Okay, here they are. There's one with Beat It by Michael Jackson. How do I turn the sound up on this thing? Can you hear that?
Yes.
A little bit.
It's stick figures, like, fighting to beat it.
You're gonna get copyright struck by the Jackson estate.
Good. Yeah, and then there's another one dancing to Ludacris. There's a parody of Modern Warfare 2. It says add stars if you like Modern Warfare 2 on it. Is this the Green Day? Yeah. It's like impressively made, but it's also very mid-2000s. Oh, well, the battery died on it already. Alright, I'll plug it in and I'll send the video later. Yeah. Back to Pro Gaming Hour. I sold all the items I don't need. That healed my Pokemon.
Pokemon. Poke boys to men. That's the first time a Boys to Men reference has been done in your stream, Jordan.
I would say so. Although it is very surface level reference. I think if he made any deeper of a reference, I wouldn't have got it though, because I know nothing about Boys to Men.
Well, you see, Boys to Men was actually also a JoJo stand in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
That's right,
Part 5.
I know it from seeing their CDs at Goodwill all the time.
Oh.
I actually don't know what part Boys to Men is from.
I'm pretty. It was the part with like.
Part 4. Sadly enough, I hate to admit it, that's the part I like checked out the most during.
I haven't even. I have not watched. I've watched a little bit of part 5, and then like, yeah.
Man, Gold Experience, Golden Wing is such a good part. Fun fact: the only character who like full time carries a pistol is Guido Midstuff, and he gets shot like I think it's roughly like throughout the entirety of the manga, it's like 100 and some odd times for the entirety of the part. And since the entirety of the part only takes place over like 4 or 5 days, on average, Guido Mix is getting shot like 4 times an hour. He's also the only one whose stand exclusively deflects bullets. Gets shot more than anyone else.
I just remember the one video these dudes did where they ranked like the translations that each name got. So they like was trying to avoid copyright. And I just remember how bad some of them were.
Zipperman!
Bad company gets changed to worse company.
Yeah, it's not just bad, but it's worse.
Yeah, it's worse.
Hey Cole,
Yeah?
remember like 30 minutes ago when we were talking about the Spy Kids thing and I was like, yeah, there's certain things that can't get brought up around you.
Yeah.
I think JoJo is one of them.
Yeah, good luck avoiding literally everything JoJo related.
Especially when Echo also watches it.
Also, I could have done it off Boys to Men or off Green Day because Green Day is also staying part 5.
I haven't gotten that far enough to get to that one. I just think they renamed it to Green Tea.
Yeah, which makes literally no sense. Besides the fact that it's still green.
Why not just change it to like a different shade of green, like Lime Day or something? Because it would still be food related if it's like, I don't know what the power is, but if it's tea, you could make that work with limes, couldn't you?
The power of Green Day has the effect that when it's in effect, anyone who's in like a 2-mile radius, if you like lower your elevation relative to when it was activated, your body molds away.
That is such an oddly specific thing. Then again, a lot of them are oddly.
Welcome to JoJo.
Yeah, it's like, a lot of them are oddly specific, to be fair.
I mean, what? I think in part 4, there's a stand. I can't remember the name of it, but Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick is a stand that isn't yours, but it latches itself onto your back, and then it has like 2 main abilities. One calls out to people to try and get them to look at your back, and the other one is if someone looks at your back, it just kills you.
Its third ability is just to annoy the shit out of you. I was watching like the video of localizations about how just insane they get as the parts go on. There's 2 that I remember because like I think I'm pretty sure these are from manga and like they hadn't been animated yet. But I can't remember what parts they were. One, there was a stand that was called like 30 Thunder Cheap, whatever.
Filthy axe at a reasonable price.
Filthy axe at a reasonable price. And then apparently there was one that was Limp Bizkit and was changed to Flaccid Pancake.
At least some of these sound like they were done comedically, but the green tea just sounds lazy.
Well, the problem with like, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap being changed to like the Filthy Axe at a reasonable price is that's the stand of the President of the United States, a man named Funny Valentine, who also just so happens to have a scar across his back that it is in the shape of the American flag.
Interesting.
Wasn't there also... I swear to God, I can't remember now. But like, there was a turtle that had the stand. And I remember the video they confused it, but it was like either the stand or the turtle was named Mr. President.
The stand was named Mr. President, and the turtle was named Poco Loco. No. Poco? The turtle was named something stupid.
It was Coco Jumbo, I'm pretty sure. Like Coco.
Yeah.
But just the stand being called Mr. President.
Then also in the same part, there's a stand whose name is Notorious B.I.G., which the way the user has to, like, fully unlock the power of the stand is the user has to die. And the user gets shot, like, 6 times by Mitsuda. It's like one of the only times in the entirety of the part that Mitsuda actually lands his shots first try. And then just this ravenous stand follows them.
So, primarily, are the names an artist's name, or does it it's like 50-50 artist and song names, because Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap is AC/DC.
It varies. Because if it's based on the artist's name, whatever the stand and the user, like, we see it like, oh, not knowing any of the context, whatever, as just a kind of surface level, like, haha, it's a funny music name. The creator, Hidehiro Araki, actually goes very deep into, like, either the meaning of the song itself or, like, the story behind the user itself. Like, man, I can't even... My brain is grinding too much right now to... But it's more about, like... It'll vary depending upon what tone the writer wants to display according to what the artist or song represents.
I feel like a lot of those song and artist choices aren't popular in Japan, though. I could be wrong.
No, you're 100% right. Hidehiro Araki just has a very large boner for American music.
Makes sense.
Because I think throughout the entirety of every single part, I think there's only like 2 Japanese artist music references. And one of them was because a JoJo movie fell through, and he felt bad for the Japanese artists who poured their heart and soul into the soundtrack. So he made a stand named after their band and put it into the most recent part, Part 7.
Did the music
Part
not get
8.
used at all?
No. Because there was like some sort of weird legal gray tape, red tape or something. So in order to make it up to them the best way he could, he put them in as a spendle. And then there's one more in part 7. I don't even remember, like, what the artist was, but the song was called Mandem.
I don't know the reference.
The only thing I remember about it is that the stand has the ability to rewind time exactly 6 seconds. And the guy uses it to re-challenge people to duels over and over and over again.
That he lost, or to, like, train, or what?
Basically to see if, because both you and him have, like, memory of the rewind, the 6 seconds, basically he does it to retry the duel over and over and over until you, like, either beat him or give up. And it's used as, like, a minor characterization arc / training for a guy named Gyro. He throws balls at people.
Off topic, but on topic. Did you ever leave the desert? Or are you been playing still?
I stopped playing about 5-10 minutes ago.
Oh, where did you
Just
get?
grinding. I was still grinding in the desert. Because I'm very scared of a Norman fight.
Is Protect something that only works, like, sometimes? Or does it always work as long as it is not used over and over again?
it should always work as long as it's not used over and over again. Repeated use of Protect decreases the likelihood of it working. But then as soon as you use like a different move in between, then it resets that counter.
I don't know if you're able to get Protect at this point, but if you were to line up Protect with the times that Slacking is actually attacking versus when it's not attacking, would that be a viable technique?
Probably.
Yeah, I didn't know until recently, Josh. Like, I remember seeing, like, it would say it failed, but I could never, like... There's sometimes the games do not explain things. It just is like, yeah, it didn't work. It's like, why didn't it work?
When it goes, I'm just so tired right now.
Alright, see ya.
Goodbye.
Later. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things when it comes to the Pokemons that just kind of don't make sense. Like, it does, but it doesn't.
I don't know if Jay Sean is still watching, or if he was ever watching, because he never really said anything to chat. But he's, like, hung up on the fact that Slacking is a monkey, which I don't really see it. Apparently people online agree that it is monkey-like, but even if that's the case, like, it's not too uncommon for, like, Pokemon to be, like, combinations of, like, two animals.
I mean, if anything, it wouldn't be monkey, it'd be gorilla.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely sloth, part sloth at least. I would say it's all sloth, but people online seem to think that it's also... Even, like, so Slack Off is sloth, but, like, people were saying, like, once it gets the bigger off, it's, like, primate type combination, and it's like... I think it's just, like, what would a sloth be if it weren't sloth-like, like sluggish? Like, what would a high-energy sloth be like? Nothing about its name implies that it is anything but a sloth.
I mean, Slack King would just be a very buff sloth.
Yeah. I've been put to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Oh yeah! Oh baby, it's triple!
Mom, get the camera.
It's Pokeball.
What is that noise?
What if you were playing Minecraft, but it was like 2009, and you were on your family computer, and the render distance was like super low, and you were wandering through the woods, and what if you were just looking at the trees and you were like taking screenshots for your friends later, but then you noticed something was going over the screenshots, but there was like player character
Oh my
staring
god,
at you
who
through the
the
woods.
hell cares?
And then Peter Griffin showed up, and he was like, "Oh, hey Joe, I haven't seen you in a fortnight." And then Joe went, "Well, yeah, it's because I've actually played Overwatch recently."
Overwatch exists in 2009?
That's an actual quote from Family Guy. As an actual quote from Family Guy is a
The whole thing or just the last part?
just the last part,
Oh.
not the entire thing. God no. No, the last part of like, oh hey Joe, I haven't seen you in Fortnite. He's like, oh I've been playing Overwatch recently.
So what's the difference between detect and protect?
One's fighting type, the other one's normal.
But if it's not like a move that does damage, what does it matter?
There are probably reasons why it matters, and I cannot tell you because I don't know them. All I can tell you is that I constantly see protect on teams and never detect.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one Pokemon in Gen 3 that has both moves, and it's very obnoxious.
Like, is it just swap between them
Yes.
and guarantee defense?
I kind of want to say it's Wobbuffet, because then Wobbuffet also has the two moves that, like, reflect the moves back at you. Yeah, when I was a kid, I recorded gameplay to VHS tapes. I've got a VHS tape that has me playing Sonic Adventure 2 and playing with Chow on it.
You also have a couple of VHS tapes with less than scrutinous material.
Yeah, I do.
And I was able to identify very quickly.
Very unfortunate. Not unfortunate, just creepy that you knew.
Bro, I'm sorry that it just gives off a certain feel, like a vibe.
It was like 4 people walking around in like some grassland, and you're like, this is porn.
Yeah, like I could just tell from like the camera angles to like the camera quality. Like that camera quality was way too high to just be like some family on a trip or whatever.
It doesn't have to be a family on the trip, it could have been a horror movie.
Yeah, instead it was a horror movie.
It sure was.
Hey, you can be jealous of my talent all you want.
I don't think I'm jealous.
That was like some time ago now too.
It was a pre-COVID world. I don't like how these berries look. It's the one on the left.
I love the way they look.
I'm glad I'm killing off all the berry population on this island because I can't replant them.
I mean, you can replant them, it's just they won't do anything.
Yeah, they'll just sit there and then I can't use them either.
Just get a battery that works.
If I was playing on the 3DS, it would be fine.
I thought there was like something about like if the battery was dead on the original GBA save file, then it would, or you talk about like you would have started from scratch.
So, when I use it on Visual Boy Advance, I always want to call it Virtual Boy Advance. When I use it on Visual Boy Advance, it would say that the battery's still dead. But I swear when I was playing on my 3DS, that was not the case.
Sapphire save transferred onto my DS.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Game On was like, ooh, yeah, battery works, and then it didn't, and then I brought it back, and I'm like, yeah, battery doesn't work. Oh, now it'll work, and then it didn't. And I didn't want to keep coming back because I never had, like, anything on me to test it at the time. And I never, like, asked him to test it in store because I'm awkward. Okay, yeah, it does work.
So, in addition to that, the guy that, like, fixed them is not, like, a guy that works very often either. Like, I saw him the other day. I hadn't seen him in months.
Yeah, 'cause, like, the bald head guy with, like, the piercings.
That's the owner, but he's not the one that will replace the batteries.
The owner was the one who replaced the battery when I brought it in the time that it wasn't working first.
Are you sure? Because I think
I'm,
he
like,
took it,
50%
but
sure.
then we had to, like, come back for it or something. Or didn't I go back and get it for you?
I don't know.
It's been so long, no. For something that didn't end up even working.
Yeah. I should just go back there and at least stare at him aggressively. You know, with how often you and Isaac could go there, you think you'd recognize Isaac anymore.
I went there pretty often for a while, and it seemed like he wouldn't even recognize me. Like, how many people are 6'7" with long hair come in here that, like, you can't make the connection?
Yeah.
Like, I understand not remembering, like, everything that I've bought from you. Like, you don't remember that I bought, like, Mario Kart on the Game Boy 7 years ago, but, like, just the fact that, like, when I come into the store, you have no clue who the fuck I am.
And it's like, I would argue that we probably see more customers on daily than he does. And
Most
granted,
likely.
we probably do see more repeats as well. But, like, I can guess semi-decently if the person has been in before.
Yeah. I definitely don't remember everybody's order, but I can tell if they've been there before. Especially if they've been there multiple times. Are you still here, Josh? What?
I was gonna say it's like the awkward moment I had when Friday, a guy just didn't know how to order, to be bluntly honest, because he wanted, like, the number 9, you know, the sandwich that comes with all that pork product, but he didn't want the pork product, and instead he
Wasn't
wanted
that today? Or was it yesterday?
that was today as well, because he came back.
What? Like, I overheard it and I didn't have the headset on. And Randy and Andrew were just like, what?
Yeah, because he wanted the sandwich that comes without the pork product, but without the pork product. But when he ordered it with me, he was like, yeah, so when I go to Oshkosh, they let me do this or that or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we don't. And then he also was like, man, what absolute bullshit is this? Blah, 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 blah. And he was like kind of cursing it out. And I'm like, okay. Because then he asked for no salami and no ham and turkey.
But he still wanted the capicola?
Yes, that's what we thought. But then he came back in like 10 minutes later and he's like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, capicola? And he's like, oh, that's for no salami on it. And I'm like, that's not salami. That's capicola. And then I had to like explain to him like it's different. Like I understand like if you don't eat pork product, like you're not gonna know what the difference is, because why should you? Like you're just concerned with not eating the pork, not necessarily what the pork is. But it's like, if you're gonna do the specification for asking for not something, then you should know what you're asking for.
Well, yeah, the fact that you're looking at the menu, like, I feel like it's your own fault. Also, what the hell was Oshkosh doing for him? Like, there's no way that the sandwich he wanted, like, even if he was, like, substituting stuff out, would have been to get a 9. Like, all the stuff that you want on there is free. All the stuff you don't want costs money.
Well, it's like, because essentially what they rang him up for today was a turkey tom, add cheese, oregano sauce, and whatever. Mercy, shut up. Which ends up being cheaper than a 9. So they probably did exactly that. They probably just rang him up for something that was just cheaper.
Yeah, and then he never looked at the receipt, because he's like, oh, I got a deal.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think is they took the ham and the Vito off and replaced them with turkey for no cost. But there's really no reason whatsoever to do that. There's sandwiches on the menu with at least one portion of turkey that don't have any form of pork on them. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because then, yesterday, I got a real hankering for a milkshake, and I'm like, man, but no place in Wapaton has a good milkshake, and so I just went to Quick Trip to get, like, the for real ones.
Real friends.
Yeah. And the machine was in the middle of being cleaned, so I had to wait like 5 extra minutes. Little did I know those 5 minutes were gonna be my downfall.
Why?
Because that guy fucking walked in.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah.
Oh my
and he
god.
recognized me. And I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
How the fuck would he
But,
recognize you?
I don't fucking know. But obviously I had to be like super nice to him and like apologize, and then he's like, oh yeah, sorry, because he came in like what seemed like in the moment like real steamed, and he's like, who took the order? And obviously Jocelyn was kind of the one taking the order, but I like stepped up and I'm like, it was me, because Jocelyn probably just shit herself. But I'm like, it was me, and he's like, oh, I asked for no salami, and then the whole thing, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I was just trying to do it as like a little joke, and then blah, blah. And I'm like, no, we're not. You're
What?
coming in ready to fight.
What was the fucking joke there?
I don't know, but then he also... I can say nor one way or the other on it, but he told me like 4 different times that he's on the spectrum, and I'm like, okay. I get it. People on the spectrum work differently. They have their preferred specifics. But I need you to just bare level try and communicate with me what it is precisely you want so I can get you it.
There's not to say that, like, feelings on stuff work the same way between, like, people that are on the spectrum and aren't, but you can't really be like, yeah, I'm sorry I was an asshole and basically ready to threaten you. It's because I have a mental condition. It's like, I don't know if that's gonna pass. You should probably get that under control then. You can't just blame that stuff on, like, oh, I couldn't handle it, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I honestly would have just preferred that, like, he just be one of those customers who just listed off everything he wanted on the sandwich.
Yeah.
And I just punch it in.
At least today it sounded like he specifically said no pork on the sandwich, which from, like, the first time hearing it, you're probably like, what? But at least it's more specific.
Yeah. Well, it's technically more specific by being less specific, which is better. Because when you say no salami, but there's still a pork product left on the sandwich you haven't mentioned.
I do wonder if that is, like, a religious reason there, or if it's just, like, I don't want to eat that.
I was curious about it, but also didn't feel like it was the time or place to ask.
Yeah. Josh, the reason I was asking if you were still here was, I think that you should also try to play Gen 3 if you can fit it in at some point, because it would be very cool if we could all make secret bases and put them next to each other.
I mean, when it was just 4 of us, we probably could have, but now that there's going to be like freaking 8 of us in total, I think it'll have to be 2 little groups of 4.
So, the trees that you can build them in, you can do them on either side. So if we were to find a place that had several of those trees, I think it would work.
Or maybe like a combination of the trees and the wall things.
Yeah, so there's the trees, the walls, and the bushes. The trees let you do 2, the walls are obviously just where the square is. The bush, I think it only lets you do it right in the middle of the bush, but I could be wrong about that. Because the tree, like, drops some vines down, and then the bush and the cave open, like, a little cave entrance. The cave entrance ones I like the most because they look the most natural in this game, because there are cave entrances. I'm gonna lose this Roselia.
I need high jump kick.
I need to just go to a Pokemon Center. I've been trying to get through this route with 2 Pokemon.
Your party's perfectly fine.
There's been times where I needed to revive something so badly that I just used a rare candy instead.
Wait, a rare candy will revive it?
Because usually when, not always, but usually when a Pokemon levels up, it, like, its HP stat goes up, so it gives you that amount of HP back. Yeah.
Well, I knew about, like, it bumps on the HP you just got on, but I didn't know that could be used as, like, a pseudo-revive.
It's a lot more useful in Pokemon Go, since you get, like, candies a lot more easily. But if you're stuck for some reason, it does work in any game. Alright, so the spot I'm in right now, I see at least 3 different secret base locations in one little spot. Although it's kind of in a stupid spot that you'd need Surf and possibly the Acro Bike to get to all of them. Oh no! I thought I ran in front of you already and you didn't fight me. I think I'm getting sent back to the Pokemon Center. Oh, I keep forgetting to bring this up to you. I was contemplating... Oh. It said Breloom used Mach Punch. I was like, yeah! No, it was the enemy Breloom that used Mach Punch and took me out in one hit. So I'm considering... moving the Minecraft realm that we currently have over to like a cheaper version of the realms where it's like the 2 plus the owner, and then moving or making a new world on the 10-person one.
I'd be down for that.
It's because at this point it's kind of hard to progress with all the new stuff. And then also, we're already at a point where I don't feel like more than 3 of us are going to be on at a time, including myself, so if we want to go back to the other one, we can go back to the other one.
Yeah.
And I think with this new world I will put coordinates on because I'm so sick of having to reset the save file.
What? Because someone got lost or died and can't find their shit?
Don't need another coincidence.
God, I almost made one myself when Dusty was dying left and right, resetting my progress recently.
Well, at least I don't think Andrew is gonna play anytime again soon, and hasn't played recently. And Alex doesn't really do anything, so he wouldn't have lost much. He lost a map, and he was like, "Oh no, the map!"
He's like, oh, bro. And he was like freaking out about the map, and I looked at him like, when was the last time you played? And he's like, oh, when I gave him the map, and I'm like, yeah. So why do you need it? And he's like, oh, but what if I go on? And I'm like, just don't get lost. It's that simple.
The few times that he has, like, tried to go out and do stuff, I think I had to reset the save.
Strangle that kid.
There might be, like, an ideal map to, like, look up where the most secret bases are, but where I am right now has at least 5. How many of us are there playing? There's you, me, Alex, Andrew, possibly Josh, possibly Brett, so that's 6 we need at the minimum. My Baltoy is so underleveled right now. Sucks when its most powerful attack kills it and it doesn't get XP. I sure love that I can't see what item a Pokemon has until I try to take it. Actually, summary might say. I just wish it would be like, this. It's holding the macho brace. Do you want to take it?
Yes.
It's got its pee-pee up. How long am I streaming? Probably not too much longer. Why do you ask? I kinda wish that the Obstagoon evolution to Linoon got a normal form too, because I do actually like the design. At the same time, I don't like how many Pokemon go from quadruped to, like, human-like.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely hope that, for my sanity and everyone else's, that the new grass starter, the cat, stays quadrupedal.
There will be an outrage if it does not. And honestly, I'll probably be pretty pissed this time too, because I usually pick the grass type. Like, I was upset about Litten being that way, but I didn't pick Litten, so I was like, okay, whatever.
The other problem is that fucking Incineroar looks like it was originally supposed to be firefighting.
Yes.
And then they looked back and they're like, oh shit, we can't do that. Quick, what else can it be? And they go, red and black, fire dark.
What type is Decidueye? Is that the same generation?
Yes. Decidueye is, I think base Decidueye is just grass flying.
I feel like Decidueye would have worked better as a dark type. Not to say that I want another firefighting, but
Hisuian Decidueye ended up being ghost something. Probably ghost grass.
yeah. I do really like the typing for that. I don't believe I have any of the YouTube or the Pokemon streams up on YouTube. They might still be on Twitch right now. I have such a backlog of stuff I need to upload on YouTube. There's also an even bigger backlog of stuff that's uploaded that I haven't made public because there's like 2 videos in between that I need to go back and censor something out of that I just haven't taken the time to.
Is it when Dusty said butt word?
It could be, for all I know. Hopefully I made a list of what it was, because I think they're old enough now that they're not on Twitch anymore and they don't have the markers on them for what I need to censor out. You work tomorrow, Josh?
Oh man, I can get the Detective Pikachu special demo available? How old is this news?
They announced a sequel to that game years ago and it still has not come out. Like, how the fuck do you make a movie on a game that... It's not even a sequel, it's like the final part of it. It never got, like, the final part as far as I'm aware. They made a movie based on a game that never got finished.
And would you say that Sonic the Hedgehog is finished?
that wasn't based on like a particular game, but even if it was, those games were finished.
I mean, the problem is with that logic also is the Detective Pikachu game and the Detective Pikachu movie are extremely, like, not extremely different, but they're like very different.
They are different. It's just strange that like they wouldn't. I'm sure the movie did well enough that they, like, it would have been beneficial to just like get that brand name out there onto the Switch and like finish it.
I know we're also talking about Nintendo here, so there will be some kind of questionable decisions.
I remember before they had announced Detective Pikachu, the game, I think it was, they like were showing off some like Pokemon Nintendo Direct or something to that extent. And they had like the facial like features on Pikachu for it talking, but like it wasn't finished, and it was like directly mimicking like somebody who was like doing their own facial stuff, so it just looked absolutely terrifying.
I remember how Isaac and I did a double feature that day. We watched Avengers Infinity War and we watched Detective Pikachu. And Detective Pikachu, despite like how heavily invested in the Marvel MCU we were, Detective Pikachu still had us coming out of the theater questioning more things about life than anything Infinity War could have done.
I think it's because Infinity War was like 10 movies in the making, and then Detective Pikachu is like a new IP essentially. Something that's also likely not going to get a sequel because it would not make much sense.
Well, since they had Ryan Reynolds play Pikachu, now they need like a Hugh Jackman to play Pikachu. Or Danny DeVito.
But like the like mystery behind it is like already gone. You know why it's like that.
Yeah, but now we have to have the, like, evil bad guy mass-produced in, talking Pikachu.
They should just have the person, the Japanese lady that voices Pikachu in the anime and sometimes in the games and stuff, voice a male human character.
Or,
just says Pikachu.
What if they just re-release the entirety of Detective Pikachu 1, but they have Danny DeVito dub over Ryan Reynolds?
Even when, like, Ryan Reynolds actually shows up at the end?
Yes.
It would be interesting.
I'd watch it. Ninjask's evasiveness froze.
It sure did.
And outspeed.
I just want to get to the tree hut city and probably gonna call it quits.
Yeah, because you're a quitter.
Who gave up after grinding in the sand?
I'm sorry that I'm terrified of the next gym, and for actual reasons, not just Alex going, oh, I'm scared of fighting the gym, and I'm like, why? And he's like, I don't know, and I'm like, you literally will not lose anything if you fight the gym and lose. Like, nothing of value.
He'll lose money.
Money has no value in a world where you don't give it value. was like, Alex was like, oh man, I'm scared of like fighting the gym, and I'm like, just fight it. What can go wrong? And he's like, I lose, and I'm like, and then you lose and you fight it again.
Oh no, I don't even go to the town next. It's the weather center.
Yeah.
I think I can heal here though. So in the new games, when you put stuff in the PC, it doesn't heal it, right?
No.
Okay. 'Cause that was one of my concerns when they made, like, PC accessible anywhere, that, like, you could just stick something in there and insta-heal it.
No, it heals everything when you go to a Pokemon Center, like, if your entire team but one gets, like, wiped out in a fight, and you pop them all in the box, and then you go and you, like, beat the crap out of a Pokemon, and then you catch it, and then you swap it into your party, it's still gonna be all beat up. You have to go to, like, an actual, like, rest stop, or, like, Pokemon Center, wherever, to heal your Pokemon. Like, what would normally, in, like, this game, just heal your team, it heals everything in the box as well.
Does it still do the little animation of putting the 6 into the tray, though?
Yeah.
I guess it's tradition, but doesn't really make much sense.
I mean, presumably, all of the ones that are, like, in your PC get, like, the quote-unquote heal program ran on them, but since the ones in your party are not in the PC, you need to physically put the ball on there to heal it.
My starter is one of my lowest level Pokemon.
Please, Baltoy's lower.
Said one of.
I mean, isn't it just straight up like the second lowest?
Yeah, Baltoy is one level lower. And for long it probably won't be because it has the EXP share.
I don't know why I'm scared of fighting the, Dormant. Well, I know, but I don't. It's because it took you, like, 5 attempts. But you just blitz through them. But, like, my Pokemon are still, like, higher level than yours are.
You just need a team full of Shed Ninja.
I do still have Fortnite Ninja in the daycare. I just need to level him up once, and then I can get a Shed Ninja.
And then immediately bury him.
Yes. Because he's already dead. Oh my gosh, in there. Bro, they're making a new movie, anime based on one of my favorites called Trigun.
I heard you talking about that at work.
They made Vash a twin. They made him a twin.
I don't know anything about this, so...
They gave him a fuckboy haircut.
I'm sorry?
He used to be badass. Now he's a Tumblr sexy man.
People use Tumblr anymore.
Not ever since they took the porn off it.
Yeah, now Twitter's full of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been full of it, it's just even more. Also, that was like, probably like 5+ years ago. At this point.
Well, the porn still haunts me.
Understandable. Just like how sometimes I wake up with like the fleeting image of a dream, and it's me and 3 other people hiking through the mountains.
That's strange.
And I wake up in a cold sweat, and I go, oh, "Don't worry, it's just a dream, Cole."
A coal sweat.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be friends. Special friends.
Well, random was not relevant that time.
Oh, but as you see, we are gonna be friends.
Bitch! Special friends.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, Grovile is now tied for last.
Oh, yeah. Prepare for trouble.
I
And
guess you're
make it
gonna miss the panty raid.
Like panties from a girl.
I don't remember how that quote goes exactly.
Girls.
Look with your special eyes.
I want to see if... I know, like, the system exists in general, but I kind of want to do it myself. I want to see if I can make the channel points, like, be spent to play any of the sounds on my soundboard. Any of them that aren't, like, the vape music that goes on for, like, a minute.
It sounds a little elaborate for what I've seen channel points used for.
Well, I don't know what the hell to use them for otherwise.
Let me see. The only thing different that this one I followed is for 1,000 points you can make them drink water, aka hydrate.
I've seen a lot of people do that, and I guess I could do something like that, but I feel like it has less impact when I don't have a face cam.
I mean, they technically don't have a face cam either, 'cause they're a YouTuber.
Do they have virtual water?
Probably, I don't know.
This fucker keeps using roar.
Did I tell you about the VTuber I found out has like a freaking thing for Jimmy John's?
No.
Yeah, so this one VTuber I follow, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but they have like 330k followers or some shit. Like, I was just scrolling through, and all of a sudden I saw a piece of fan art. It was benign. It was like her sitting in front of a fan. There was like 3-panel comic, her sitting in front of a fan, and their cat walks by the room, and their cat joins her, and they're both making like the same face of the fan, whatever. And then I looked a little closer, and I'm like, is she wearing a Jimmy John's shirt? And I like zoomed in on the picture, and I'm like, why the fuck is she wearing a Jimmy John's shirt? And then I like scrolled through some of the comments, and like she commented like, oh, I love the fan art, really appreciate the Jimmy John's shirt. And I'm like, what? So I like looked up her name along with Jimmy John's, and there's like several tweets of her and Jimmy John's like official back and forth about like, man, I really love you guys, you're great, this, that, or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like she got sent like a bunch of Jimmy swag, and I'm like, man, that's more free stuff than I've ever gotten from corporate, and I've worked there for 7 years.
Alex has probably gotten more stuff than you.
Yeah, but I can just steal it all from Alex. Also, the big difference is that she got stuff you just can't buy. like all of the stuff that Alex got.
Sprouts?
Except maybe yes, they sent an entire bag of Sprouts. They sent like dog tags, like little like bone things to put on a collar. They're like themed a collar, and a whole bunch of like other shit along with what you might expect of like, you know, the one shirt that's like the square pattern, like shitty but like 45-degree offset, and it's like gray, and then also the blue, like bluish gray shirt, a hat, borderline just a uniform.
That's strange.
And like a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, what? And then like they've made several tweets about it, and like every time they're like, oh, have you had your sandwich today? And it's like her model eating a sandwich with like Jimmy swag on, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like without fail, every time corporate responds, and I'm like, oh fuck.
The person that used to be on the H3 podcast for the Frenemies with what was her name? Trisha. She was like weirdly obsessed with two things. One of them was Adam Sandler, and one of them was Domino's employees. To the point where she like would buy Domino's outfits, like employee uniforms, off of eBay and like dress up in them and like do TikToks or Instagrams with them.
Okay, that's like extra weird.
Yeah. She also bought a shirt that Adam Sandler apparently wore at one point, and like was like wearing it and like cosplaying Adam Sandler or some shit.
Was it the big troll face shirt?
What?
Adam Sandler like legitimately sometimes walk around with like a big, like an oversized shirt and it just has a troll face on it.
I did not know that.
Not like a troll like the wild hair, but like troll like the troll.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, but I think it might have been funnier if it was like not the modern trolls, like the musical ones, but like the old naked ones.
I don't know why, but it reminds me of a Filthy Frank Adam Sandler conspiracy where he like postures that Adam Sandler made. He has so much money that he's like no longer a human, but he's like a trans-dimensional being that now just makes shitty movies to walk into a studio, demand woman money and our belongings, and leaves with it. And now like him and his friends are on like the council of like the Absolute or some shit, where it's like whenever you start fucking shit, like these just three glowing heads of like Adam Sandler and two of his friends, including whoever the fuck plays Paul Blart.
Kevin something. I don't. No, that's David Spade. He's the one that plays. He's like the skinny blonde one that plays Cusco.
But they just showed up and they just started like beating the shit out of Frank. And then Nicolas Cage shows up and then they're like, Rose, who invited Nicolas Cage? Oh, we don't want to be here anymore. And then Frank's like, wait, Nicolas Cage, you're not part of the council, shitty actors? And he's like, there's a council? Which is like extra funny because Nicolas Cage is actually having really amazing resurgence in movies.
pretty sure this character has like a unique overworld sprite, and her hair was pink or purple. But like, I think the same thing happened with Flannery when like her battle sprite, she has different colored hair.
Just stop noticing.
I know the dude, the Paul Blart. I think it's Kevin James. Because Kevin Smith is the Mallrats like Clerks guy, right? I get the names mixed up. So there's Kevin James. He's the bigger one from like King of Queens. And there's Rob Schneider. He's plays like the polar bear in the animated movies that nobody watches. And he was also on Game Grumps at one point for some fucking reason. Obviously Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi of Spy Kids fame, David Spade. I thought there was one other one that he usually has with them. I guess Chris Rock was in Grown Ups, but I don't remember him being in that many other Adam Sandler movies. What does Fury Cutter do? Like, what is the damage dependent on? Because it fucking sucks. Oh, it does more every time you use it.
Yeah, it's like a worse version of Fury Play. Or roll, I think.
I guess more rollout, but rollout doesn't let you use anything else afterwards. Fury, or whatever the fuck the move I was just talking about, you have a choice to not use it again. It's like Josh has a crush on Flannery.
She's underage.
Didn't we talk about that last time and didn't know definitively?
Not knowing definitively, it's better to just let bygones be bygones and not coach.
Yeah. I would say, like, I guess it's a gym leader, so you'd think they're an adult, but I think there are plenty of gym leaders who are not adults.
Many gym leaders that are not. Also, she is freshly gym leader in this one.
What do you mean? Like, just started being a gym leader?
Yeah, because in her dialogue, if you're actually ready to BB-in, she like brings up the fact of like, oh sorry, maybe I'm trying to be too much of someone who I'm not. I'm trying to find my way as a gym leader. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm sure they probably don't even have ages for the various characters they have in these games.
Correction, Flannery is canonically 18.
Yeah, I guess it's acceptable for somebody of your age, Josh.
Yeah, no, they're Japanese. They have age, blood type, they have everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so her hair was orange and the battle sprite, and it's like a dark purple overworld. Anyways, what were you saying?
Japanese people get like weird about like how much info they want on given character.
At what? Oh, sorry, continue.
comes to like blood types in Japan, they see it like a basic white girls see star signs.
That's okay. That's strange. So, what I was going to say is, at what point would anybody in this game not have a full team of 6? Because he tries to give you the Pokemon, he's like, oh no, your party's full. It's like, why? Just put it in the box. That's what happens with any other time you get another Pokemon. And I think that happens to an extent still in the remakes. Like, they change it for some Pokemon that are, like, story-driven. Like, when they force you to get the Latios or Latias, like, it's like, alright, pick which one you want to send back. You need to have this one in your party. But when it's stuff like this, it's like, no, you gotta go deal with it yourself.
You should also, rename your channel points.
To what, Nuggies?
Yeah.
I shall do that. I should probably heal.
So that way I can redeem my nuggies. Or maybe like good boy points.
Why would I call them good boy points?
I couldn't tell you specifically. All I know is that there was like some meme back in like circa 2013, 2014 about like good boy points and redeeming them for chicken tendies. But you don't have enough, so all you get are the nuggies.
I've never heard that. Oh my god, why is there a battle with May? I just want to get to the next town.
Well, I'm gonna leave you to suffer. Because I'm gonna work that.
But why?
Why not?
Well, I didn't get that egg yet.
Yeah, but you can get these nuts.
Got him.
Later.
I guess that worked. May better not have potions, but I feel like May has potions. Oh. Lucked out. Yeah, Cole just left, Josh. It's your turn to come into the voice chat, so I'm not lonely. That went a lot easier than the last time I fought her. There's Fly. Why do you need to put a headset on? Just join on your phone. Down here is where you get Feebas. I've never got a Feebas in this generation because it is stupid. You have to like fish in one specific spot and it changes every day. I actually don't know. It might be stuck because my battery's dead. I should look into that. Either way, I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have a fishing rod. Did you hear what I said to you earlier about playing this generation also? Where you get the fishing rod? There's 3 different ones that you get from different people. I had said that you should also play this generation because you can make secret bases, and then we can all put our secret bases in like the same spot and be cool, awesome friends with our secret clubs. Because when you mix records in this game with like the link cable, which we could do through an emulator, it puts your friend's secret base in the overworld, and then you can go visit them. If you're playing, I don't know if you have the actual game, but if you're playing on an emulator, it would just be, you send me your save file, I can mix the records, and then they would be in each other's game. How low the HP was. Are you asking if it's hard, or are you saying it's hard? It's not that hard. As long as you know how to vaguely use a computer. Yeah, I was trying to set it up for somebody at work on a flash drive, and he couldn't figure out how to open the flash drive. And he thought he somehow converted the save file, not even a save file, the game ROM, to an image file. All he did was take a screenshot. He's not that much older than I am, like 7 years at most, I think. I mean, like, it's enough of a difference to be, like, not super hip with it. Whatever the kids say, but, like, definitely grew up, like, went to school when computers were used. And he's got a gaming computer, too. I guess he might be like 9 years older than me. What's the boomer age cutoff? Better not die of poison. Well, I think he's 34 right now. I don't think that's how it works. I think, like, every year the age goes up. So technically he'll never be boomer unless you made that age up yourself. I thought Boomer was a lot older, but I could be wrong. Oh. In that case, then sure. I'm going to see a concert with him on Saturday, one of the two. Is T-Pain in Wisconsin next year? Oh, this is where you buy all the secret base shiznit. I don't mind this town. It's very interesting. Yeah, Kecleon is somewhere. I don't think... Yeah, you can't go down to the gym. It's like standing right in front of it. And then this little bird flies away immediately. Bye-bye. somebody in this town gave you something for a secret base, but I guess not. There we go. I just had to solve weird old lady problems. Pikachu. Ain't giving you a Pikachu. Are there any mosquito Pokemon? No, she was trying to trade the Pikachu for a Skitty. Just coincidentally had a Zigzagoon out next to her. Big Boss Mosquito Pokemon? I don't recall. Oh yeah, there is that Ultra Beast that looks like a mosquito. Does that count? Is it bug type? Ultra Beasts are really weird. I can't fight this gym, so I think I might be done for the night now. I think I need to... Yeah. I don't want to fight anymore. Yes! Bug fighting makes sense, I suppose. I would keep playing, but I am tired, and I work tomorrow also. And there's some other stuff I need to go do before I go to bed. Like, get videos off that DS that I never actually plugged in. So I must say farewell. Maybe we will play Warzone tomorrow. Maybe if you're not able to play Warzone, I'll play Pokemon. We'll see. I should try to host somebody quick. This guy, I've been watching play Warzone lately, and he seems really nice, so... See you later. Not playing Warzone right now. shit, this is still crediting you. Let me fix that. You are here. There we go. He's just watching TikToks right now. Alright. Rating now. Bye-bye.